gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to the WBM podcast. This is one of your hosts. It's your boy, Merc.
Yo, welcome back another week. Make sure you're starting your rolling your blunts, pouring your whiskeys. It's your boy, X-Fed.
And this is your boy, Oski in the mix.
In the mix. Tell them, Merc, what we got?
Guys, do we have one hell of an episode lined up for you this week?
Shit.
We are talking about Acting 101.
101.
A little bit of improv in there for
That's
you.
right.
And the new Bob Marley movie that just dropped.
That's right, guys. We'll
One
talk
love.
about a little bit. You already know, big One Piece fans here, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of recap about Wano.
One Peak. All right, let's go.
Not again. Wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
And it's post-Valentine's, so let's talk about men's mental health. Why not?
We're going to do it one more again. You guys
One more
ready?
again.
Let's go! And we're back.
I think we're getting pretty good at filling out that minute now. Like, we're getting the sense of it. Like, I think we're getting there slowly.
I feel your mom's
I don't
been
think
out
you're
plenty,
supposed to
buddy.
say that out loud in the show.
Oh, my bad, bro.
Is that, we got. Oh, okay. Oh,
we're-
I thought we were in the post already.
We're
My
in
bad.
season 4 of this shit,
My
guys.
bad, bro. It's just a little bit behind the scenes recapping from our Dallas anime.
Dallas Anime Dallas.
How to make a podcast. It's part of the.
How to make a podcast.
It's
Yes.
part of the recap.
Go check out that
yeah.
episode.
Speaking of recaps, guys, I got another recap for you guys. Ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I made it, bro. So I finished to the final part, which is the beginning of the final saga of One Piece, bro. Which Gear 5 was the whole reason I started One Piece, because everybody was shutting the fuck up back when it came out.
Yes.
Everybody was like, Wano,
When it came out in the
Wano.
manga.
In the manga, yes, in the manga, right? But everybody's like, Wano. I was like, man, I don't know what the fuck's going on. So let's start this journey, bro, right?
Right, we gonna learn
So I started, bro, after 1,081 episodes, bro, I'm finally caught up to the Netflix special. And wrapping up Wano, bro, it's beautiful. It's literally what everybody said. Like I'm high off the ending of it.
The hype is real.
But hands down, it's like you already know me. I like to dissect things and see things like from different angles.
Mm-hmm.
Now with Wano, I do have to make it. It does sit with one of the greatest arcs of all time, right? It up there with like Saint Seiya's 12 Houses.
Yeah.
It's sister with the DB Dragon Ball, the first tournament with the Roshi, with the makeup Roshi.
Oh, okay.
Like up there, right? It stands,
Jackie Chan.
It stands there with the Cell Saga, right?
Yeah.
And so Wano, right? And I want to say this for the
that's
back. But in that table,
Future's Trunk Saga?
Yeah.
I was about to get there. I was about to say that it actually sits right next to the Namek Saga, if anything, right? Because it's really, especially when I'm talking about Gear 5, because when I mentioned at the beginning, like I watched it from the beginning to where I am now. So does what Wano tie everything. Pretty much the recipe is it's like everybody's expecting Luffy Gear 5, I guess, their own version of Super Saiyan. And everybody was correct to assume it. Mm-hmm. It's just that Oda's writing, right, I would say is much better, but the blueprint is Akira Toriyama.
Oh,
right?
shit,
Like
that's dope.
there can be no One Piece Wano without Akira Toriyama, right? So,
Right.
and
That's
Oda
an
himself
interesting way
said,
to look at it.
and the best part is, like, here's my Saiyan to my character. Here's my Goku. His name is Monkey D. Luffy, right?
Oh.
And what I'm getting, right, is like the Monkey D is like the vision of the Saiyan clan per se, right? And like they expand on this, and now his version of Super Saiyan, right? When we saw Super, it was impactful. It tied in like the legendary Saiyan. Saiyajin in Japanese means wild man. So like you're hearing like the legendary wild man.
Right.
So that's what Luffy is pretty much in One Piece. He's a wild man. So this is his Oda's version of wild man, of his own version of a Super Saiyan take, where he combines everything from the very first episode of One Piece
Always.
all the way to this right now to expand into like, all right, so everything that was DB was the foundation. Here's my DBZ from here on out.
That's
Right?
so fucking dope, bro.
And that's and you can tell already, like, things are already set up. Cell, right? He's a built character, like built as in like in the lab. In One Piece, you're starting to see that, like, characters built in labs, right? Stuff like that. So like my theory is like maybe like a magical thing, which is Boo, will most likely be the final villain, right?
Oh shit!
And Wano
There's
was
more big bad.
yes, well, they've already been set up. Like,
How much more story do you think there is now that you got into Wano?
So here's what I'm thinking, right? Because he's the foundation, right? Akira's the foundation.
Like you're saying, we had a whole DVC ahead of us.
And Power
And
Turn.
DV Super.
And the reason why is because, like, one thing is the story of becoming the Pirate King, right? We all as fans love to see Goku as Super Saiyan 25.
Right.
We want to see the stories of the Pirate King.
So he's about to become God.
What? Probably, right?
Damn.
Well, from what I'm getting is like, we will wrap up the One Piece, right? And then we'll be like, oh, DB's over. And here comes DBZ, which is, I think, the story of the Pirate King.
One Piece Next Generations.
Yes, the 2-piece. Yes,
That's it.
the story of the Pirate King. Yes, once or because like it's like, oh shit, you know who the Pirate King is because you saw DB.
Yeah.
It's Bill Ben Ring because you can start DBZ without DB,
Yeah.
but with the One Piece you have to start. Yeah, to make it impactful for, and especially I make it because the Super Saiyan transformation was very impactful. Gear 5 is, I would say, because after all this journey, is just as impactful.
Damn.
Seeing it, that's
I
why
don't
it
know.
is.
I mean, I don't watch it myself.
That's why you have to see it.
From what I hear in social media, it just didn't make that big of an impact as
People that probably didn't even watch it, probably didn't even enjoy the journey, right?
things.
I know that there are people, bro, that
Yeah.
literally just binged it just
Yeah.
to get to Gear 5. So,
And
like,
probably skipped a lot or
Yeah, they
read through it.
skipped the
Oh, I just
filler.
read it. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's what's like.
Because I know, okay, Super Saiyan had a big impact, but speaking of Goku, another transformation that had a
Yeah.
big impact that broke the internet was Ultra Instinct.
Ultra Instinct
Yes,
did. Literally,
yes,
it broke the
absolutely.
internet.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There can be no One Piece without the Akira Toriyama's blueprint.
Right.
Oda's writing cements everything. Like even like the squiggly line, this little like episode he did on drawing 2 of the manga. You see the little squiggly line? Well, guess what? It wasn't an accident.
Damn,
Like,
Goda for a reason.
Goda for a reason. Yes.
I don't know. I did see a video that One Piece has some major pacing issues.
That's why that remake is coming out, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
you
gonna,
gotta
they're
animate
gonna
it.
cut it from 1,000 episodes to 200 episodes.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that, but
That's fine. That's people that want to watch it, but the story wouldn't make sense, and it sets up the One Piece because once you get to the One Piece, most likely the same argument meant. I don't know. It wasn't as impactful. It didn't break the internet like Ultra Instinct, right? But it's the thing is you have to go through the One Piece journey to really make it feel like the One Piece. Oh, Gear 5. Like, oh, this is what it is. It's just Oda's storytelling. He cares, just unlike Akira. Akira told him, like, all right, next thing you know, I have this now. I have this now.
yeah.
I
And
have
they're like,
this now.
wait, what about so and so? He's like, I'm not worried about so and so.
innocent.
Anyway,
What happened to the girl with the blue hair and the blonde hair? I love her.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, so
Great,
this new
great
guy,
hair
this new
Goku,
guy,
bro.
It didn't fit in the new world.
yeah.
And yes, so like that's how I incorporate Wano. Was his like his version of the Namek saga, right? It's like, hey, here's Akira is the GOAT. He'll stay with you. It's like LeBron saying Jordan is the GOAT of all times. But it's like, bro, LeBron saying that holy shit is LeBron James. Shit like
Right.
that. That's what I was saying. So that's my take on Wano. It's beautiful. I recommend it. Worth the journey. Go through it.
Go through 1,000 episodes.
And because it cements the entire episode. Yeah, it cements the first half, which is called Marineford, and then it cements the second half, and it prepares you for the One Piece.
Is Marineford an arc?
Yes.
Or
It's an arc. It will be like the version DBs of a tournament is just this massive thing that compounds the first quarter.
Marineford is not
First third.
one of the sagas?
Yeah, it's saga. It's the final saga that wraps up the entire first third. Like it cements
Yeah.
the first third.
Literally, yeah. Like if that's 1/3,
Yeah.
all the way up to Wano is the second third.
Yeah.
And now we're on our
Oh
way.
yeah,
to
the one represents the first, the second, the first and the second. And he's preparing you for like, all right, here he goes. Before I get you to what's after GT.
Super?
Yeah, like,
Let's not forget
expect that.
GT. GT is not canon.
no longer
Oh, my
canon.
bad,
And then
my
they're
bad.
going to bring it back to canon,
My
apparently.
bad.
Are
Are
they?
they?
You heard that? They're going to make it canon
So
because
that's
they want
me.
to continue that story.
So if you're saying, if you're asking me again, when is it over? I think he'll drop a super. Like it's gonna happen. Like as funny as it is, like the 2-piece,
speaking
it's
of
gonna
the
happen.
transformations and stuff, okay, he's already all the way up to Gear 5.
Yeah.
Where does the power scaling go from here?
That's it. That's it. That's it.
You don't think the power scaling is gonna go?
No.
I mean, it's still a shonen, so there's gonna be Gear 6, maybe Gear 7.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right because if Akira can do it,
Maybe not the next number, but a different iteration, a different version of Gear.
Yeah.
5.
yes, no, you're right. Like
Yeah.
you're not wrong because if Akira can do it, Oda will do it too. You know, and if it makes sense to him, he'll do it. So yeah.
Well, I mean, he did it with Gear 4. Remember in Whole Cake.
Oh yeah. There's two versions.
without giving spoilers, there's 2 versions of the same
That's
form.
all right. You can give for spoiler.
Nah, bro. Watch One Piece. That's why.
Okay. More theory time. I mean, he's got to be close to the end of the map, right?
He did say that. He's like, we're coming towards the end now, but like,
No, well, the end of the map, like just geographically, is he close to the end of the map?
Well, it's like he doesn't care. He just wants to like make sure it goes 360. But okay, well, that's spoilers, right? The race has been set up. We're like everybody has a map now, per se, right?
Oh,
so it's like, hey, first one to get there's the king, right? And
Yeah.
Luffy's like,
even if they don't find it in One Piece.
well, that's the thing. We don't know.
we can't give you that yet.
No, let's do some theories. Theories are cool. Just your personal theory about what you think will happen.
What I think will happen, I think that a certain battle will happen for the One Piece. But I do think, as stupid as it sounds, I do think like it will be a super, like there will be a story of the Pirate King.
Just like another book, another chapter.
Yes. Like the One Piece is wrapping up. Everybody's racing to it right now. Like first one to get their wins. He's the only reason he cares. He's like, oh, is that what it is? Is the first one to get their wins? Okay, fuck it. All right, okay.
Okay, now we gotta go.
Okay, yeah.
Typical Luffy.
Yeah,
Typical
pretty much.
Luffy.
If he didn't give a shit, if it was only like,
I only watched 60 episodes. That's typical Luffy.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? He's the same way 1,000 episodes later, buddy. Let me tell you what.
until you get to Wano, and then you see
He truly becomes a captain then.
That's dope. All right, man. So that's your hot take on that's your recap of Wano, huh?
That's the best way I can sell it, because I really want to give its flowers, and Akira Toriyama should be like proud of like the work he's done. Like this is what I meant by studying, like shit like this. Like they'll do it with AOT. You know, like man, that's so AOT-ish. Because like, yeah, bro, the platform, the blue, there is no other art form without AOT because it's.
Interesting, man.
Yeah.
You know what? It's still on my list of things to watch because, everybody talks about it.
Man, bro.
So it's still on my list of things to watch. And I want to watch 1,000 episodes of it just so I could hate appropriately.
Yeah. Be a real person who hates it. It's like, I've seen it all and it's still trash.
Hate on something, I got to know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No more casual hating.
I'm going to be a real
competitive hating.
Hating from a distance.
So it is very much so still on my list of things to watch. Maybe before the end of the year.
All right. Well, speaking of art forms.
Art forms. I love that, bro.
Thanks,
He fucking made what do you call it? The sedan turn, bro. A Honda S family side. He turned the blinker on. Yeah. And
You didn't even make a sound. It's a hybrid.
you can hear the fucking the steering wheel like turn back automatically and the click.
So this
And that's what you call a
segue. All right, guys. Well, I just recently had some cool stuff going on with me in my my beginning acting class. Again, I'm a student over here full time at Sam Houston, so this has been my second semester.
Woo, go Cougars.
Bearcats.
Bearcats.
Okay.
Go Bearcats.
Bearcat country.
Yes, sir.
But go Cougs because we're Cougar. I'm a Cougar dropout.
That's right. Same.
No, you
No, you
graduated.
I graduated.
You're an alumni. You're a real alumni.
That's right, bro.
Hold on, let me check my receipt. Yeah, there's the bill.
Yeah,
There's
that student debt.
There's the loan I paid for years.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, man, my beginning acting class has been a lot of fun. This is today. We actually did something that was more or less.
How come you never act like you got some sense, though, bro?
Because you know what they say about common sense. It ain't that common. So.
Hey,
Oh, Suki's finally on it.
Thank you. So, yeah, man, today we actually did something that was kind of related towards improv, and it was my first take at that. It was actually kind of fun.
Okay, I like that.
So originally in class last week, we had to do something that was like our 2 minutes of life. 2 minutes of life is you just living out 2 minutes of your regular everyday life with no sound effects. You could bring props if you wanted to bring props.
In 2 minutes, I beat my meat so hard.
Bro, I was just
I dead ass. I was like, people brought blankets and phones. I was like, who's just gonna start stroking it? You know, like just underneath the blanket. And guess what? Nobody would say anything because they're like, real. You know,
Real.
I want to pull that motherfucker on TikTok.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
People did exactly that. People would just hop on their phones and just scroll through TikTok. One guy brought out his old school, like he bought a 1950s record player off a chick and was just playing the Beatles 8 days a week. And while he was scrolling through TikTok.
Ooh, I need your love, babe. Yes, you know it's true.
Yeah, so it was great, man. And I got a chance to do mine.
Need you every day, girl.
8 days a week. No, just,
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
anyway.
not a Beatles
Love
fan.
me.
Hold me. Yeah.
Hot take, not popular opinion. The Beatles,
Anyway,
Fair. If you're a Stones guy, I hear the argument.
Is he a Stones guy though?
I'm a Stones guy.
Oh, okay, all right. See,
Fair.
yeah, okay. Because
That's
even
a man of culture right there.
that is a man of culture. Because even the Beatles, like, I want to be the Rolling Stones. So, like, but yeah, man. So it was really interesting. I got a
Ahead of their
chance.
time.
Yeah.
Way ahead of the time.
Anyways.
Do you think the Beatles listen to Bob Marley?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So going back into just class really quick, man. It was a 2 minutes of life. It's a monologue. You just have to go up there by yourself. There's no interaction with anybody else. You just give your 2 minutes.
Were you like giving some time ahead of like?
Yeah. He let us know. He's just like, hey,
Next
2 minutes of
class?
life. Yeah, we're doing this next class. And you present in front of the entire class. It's not like, oh, it's just you and one-on-one with the teacher. No, it's like you in front of 25 random students there as well. And we're in our auditorium.
So what'd you do?
So for me, I did mine trying to study, right? And as soon as I pulled out my laptop, put in my headsets, my daughter comes home. Hey, what's going on, daughter? How's
you
your day?
did that?
Yeah, literally.
Oh, so what'd you look at when you were saying that? Like,
The audience, like literally. So I'm having like, how'd you do in your test?
You use your daughter's
that's
name, like,
great.
hey, how you doing, baby?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, my beautiful daughter, how are you doing today?
Yeah.
How was school?
Yeah.
How was your test? Oh, you got a 92?
Oh.
Dope, that's awesome. Give me a high five. All right. Like literally, I have to go through all these motions. And as soon as I try to put my headsets back in, I'm like, you got homework? Bet I'm already working on mine. Take a seat. And then as soon as I try to do that, my other daughter calls me. Okay, Bear, I'm coming. Give me a second. She needs help with her math homework. All right, so why did you multiply these problems? Okay, well, we got to do what's in the parentheses first, right? So, like, I go through this whole process.
2 minutes?
For 2 minutes. And
Did they clock you 2 minutes?
Yeah, they clock you at 2 minutes.
And what happened?
So
That's great,
as
bro.
soon
You
as-
did a good job.
That's
Yeah, man.
very creative.
It was fun because I'm like, it's very relatable to me.
I just picture the whole thing right now, bro.
Yeah, like-
you're yeah.
So-
Somehow I feel like his audience probably didn't relate.
Yeah.
No, of course they don't. But everybody understood what my concept was because within 2 minutes, I studied for maybe 30 seconds, and I'm like, and this is why studying takes so long, and because just my interaction with my kids is how long it actually took. So that was the original scene. Now he's like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine your 2 minutes of life with somebody else. I want you guys to go ahead and act out your own 2 minutes. You're not there with the other person, at least in mine. Other people were. He's like, I want you to do all this. He's like, but there was another guy who was working at a pizza parlor. He was like, I need you to call him after you get done telling you're helping your daughter with homework. Tell her that you're going to get him pizza. And I was like, okay. He's like, and then you do the phone call to him, and now you guys interact with each other. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's kind of
It was fun as shit.
That's kind of clever.
So I go through the entire thing, and I'm like, hey, girls, I'm going to order pizza first real quick. So when I order him, he's already pissed off. He's like, this other kid, he's like, man, my job closes in 5 minutes, So like I'm one of the last phone calls, and I'm like, hey, man, what time do you guys close? He's like, sir, we close in 4 minutes. I was like, great, I'm 2 minutes away. You guys, y'all know y'all got that phone call. And there ain't nothing more than, like that. It lights a fire under your ass, boy. So anyway, I was like, hey, man, you guys still got the buffet? Because the running joke is people have called him before at Double Dave's trying to ask, hey, man, do you guys still have the buffet? And he's like, nah, bro, we don't. So he's like, man, fuck you. And they hang up, and he's like, motherfucker. Like that's what his interactions were. So, and I'm like, why don't y'all have the buffet anymore? And he's like, probably because the cost of meat has gone up. And I was like, well, thanks, man. Now I got two disappointed ass kids. Click, and I hung up on him or whatever. And it was hilarious because the entire class laughed.
Yeah.
You did get some reactions.
It was fun, but that was just like us going through our thing. Another portion of that, there was a thing called freeze, where he was like, he would tell two people, we all lined up, two people got in front.
Oh, those are basic improv exercises.
Yeah,
Freeze.
It was freeze. So he was like, strike a pose, right? You act something out as to how you got into that pose. You freeze. The other people take that exact same pose.
And then they got to keep the acting going.
Well, without going with the exact same theme, give me another theme and go with those poses as to why you got there.
Man, that's cool.
And so I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I ended up having to shake hands with another guy.
I think improv exercises are so cool.
It was our first time really doing it, so it was a lot of fun. He was like, hey, man, nice to meet you. Good to meet you. I was like, oh, cool. Hey, I saw you looking at this car, man. And he's like, yeah, I sure am. I was like, so what are you trying to get into? You trying to get into a Caddy? You trying to get into a Dodge? He's like, I'm trying to get into a Dodge. I was like, hey, man.
Trying to get some put.
Right? And I was like, so why the Dodge? And he was just like, Dodges are sick. I was like, I seen that new Fast and the Furious movie, right? That shit was fire.
Dodge the father.
I'm the daughter. So, yeah, man. So we had
what the fuck? Out of the left.
You never heard of that one? Oh, it's hilarious.
That's my improv, tell you what.
So anyway, and then we continue the things going. But these were our first time attempting improv stuff. It was awesome, man.
Yeah, damn, bro. That's cool as fuck.
So it was really, really fun.
Yeah.
But so that happened. But then what actually happened the day before was for Valentine's Day, I went to go see the new Bob Marley movie. And Bob Marley was actually really interesting. Without it giving too deep into an actual recap, the film was good. It wasn't great. It gave some interesting concepts. Bob Marley was definitely somebody who revolved around unity. And yeah, go check it out. It's actually some worthwhile
Do you
stuff.
think Bob Marley took improv classes?
Nah, Bob Marley was definitely
The actor did, though.
No, he committed. He committed to the role so much so that the accent was so hard to decipher.
All right, let's do 1 minute improv, right? If you can do audio improv, right? You are a bassist in Bob Marley's band, right? And Bob Marley just stormed out mad. What do you do or say in the room?
Pass me that spliff, brother. Bob be tripping today. I don't know what the deeds is going on, but he says one love. I don't know, but you know what happens though, brother? When the evil man wins, the man wins.
Oh.
Anyway, that's my 15 seconds of Bob Marley.
I feel like that was in the movie.
Man, I really like Bob Marley music though. How do you think he came up with all? I mean, he came up with all of it.
All of it. He was smoking weed the entire time.
He was a low-key genius, man.
He was a Rastafarian.
Rastafari, yeah.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it was fun, but...
And Rastafarians care of no CIA.
No, sir.
But you know what? He's out of line.
Wait,
but he'll tell you a joke.
It's in the lyrics.
Come on,
it's in the lyrics, guys.
He'll tell you a joke. He'll never tell you a lie. So,
no, man, but if he was here still alive, bro, he'd be writing music about, like, not only about love, but about the dudes, about themselves, about mental health.
Yeah.
All right, let's gut it. Let's take that sharp left turn.
I did do a show. Sorry.
No. I like it. Because it was still a hybrid. It's just a quick hybrid.
I heard all the gerbils running so much faster
It's
than the
the
wheels.
rank and the gas.
No, men's mental health. Valentine's just passed.
That's true.
So what I call the time period of the year, the blackout, as some people know it, for very different reasons. But it starts Thanksgiving and runs all the way to Valentine's Day. That's the blackout. It's like a black hole of emotional taxing time of the year.
It makes sense.
It's also kind of depressing depending on your situation.
Yeah, it can be really depressing.
If you live like
some people don't understand that, especially for men. Since we're like this year, we decided to make it aware, men's mental health.
Yeah. All year long, baby.
There's going to be a theme this year, bro.
We're out of the blackout. Thanksgiving just passed. And now that we're out of the blackout, out of the black hole, we can see a little bit of sun in the horizon.
Baby, don't worry.
About what? About a thing. Why? Because every little thing's gonna be all right.
It's supposed to coincide with,
You
like...
think it's talking about...
Oh, he has to be talking about pussy, bro.
It's supposed to coincide with the winter months of, like...
It happens to coincide with the winter months, but it's not that. It's just everything else that's going on, you know?
Like,
it's the events. Like Thanksgiving is revolved around holidays. Christmas is revolved around loved ones. Valentine's Day is your significant other.
It's more about the holidays.
Yeah. Those suck, but I'm not gonna lie. If you don't have anyone or you're by yourself during those times, those are rough months, man. Those are rough months.
No, they are rough months. No, you know what? You're not wrong, right? Because like everybody feels it. I feel it too, right? During those times, right? But maybe it's just me and my mental problems that I have, right? But I've given the opportunity to read some books, right? And one of them is like that famous philosopher. I fucking bring him all the time.
Nietzsche.
And you know that famous saying,
"Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks."
The other one,
to be or not to be.
The third one,
the Ubermensch.
That what doesn't kill me
makes thou stronger.
So like,
well, see, the problem with that is it might not kill you, makes you stronger, but you face it over and over and over again, and it becomes taxing. You're still alive. You're still alive.
Correct.
Still, you got to face that lion in the Coliseum every time.
Correct.
I mean, you're not always Daniel.
Correct. Yeah. No, absolutely. Damn. I love that. Ooh, what a bar, right? What a bar, right? No, absolutely.
All praise be to Allah.
Which he says, yes, which is the whole point, because it's supposed, like, the idea is like it's supposed to calcify you. We're like homeboy that picks up the fucking boulder every day. Whatever his name is, talking about that the myth legend.
Yes. Yeah.
So homeboy's like, I don't want to fucking lift it today, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I get it, but you have no choice. You have to lift this fucking boulder, right? Which is my loneliness. But check out your calves, though.
So gains. So what you're saying is gains.
It's all about gains.
Gains will be whatever that is. You feel the loneliness. Like, for example, me, it's like me and my loneliness, bro. Is like the worst thing I can do is ever think about like ending it, right? That's like just going down that rabbit hole, right? It's like I'm not going that way. So because I'm not going there, I'm fine, right?
And so it could always be worse.
It could be worse.
And like it could always get darker.
And the truth is, with any pain, bro, because it is painful. It's like a pain because I would love to have to be my face planted with some big juicy, milky,
Yeah.
titties.
I mean,
and she could be like, it's okay. But because it doesn't happen, it's like, I'm not going to die, right? And you know what? This feeling of loneliness, it will subside. Like, it's going to, like, I'll get over it, right? Per se.
Yeah.
But
and for men, it's more than just a pussy.
yeah.
It's
Yes,
also
absolutely.
all the rest of the stress, man. Life in general, you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And for men, you know, they got to talk about it more, like you're doing right now.
Yeah,
Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely.
Thank you for sharing, good
I think it makes you like part of like
I
one.
mean, every now and then, Russian roulette that shit. I mean, why not?
Wow.
Like yes, like Stoics said, like you
We
have the
don't
option.
condone Russian rouletting. Let's just say that real quick.
So no, yes, correct. But like this, like Seneca, and then it's like as much as I'm against it, like I understand like why a person would do it. Like I understand why they will pick up the gun to that degree. I understand like why
know-
they're at the last like fuck it, right? Because
You think about it, and it's like, you know, how do you go from here all the way to that extreme? And it's a lot easier than you would think.
And it's sad that it's that easy for some people, though,
Yeah.
man. But like, always remember, guys, like you matter, even if you don't think you matter. There's somebody that you matter to. There's a mom, there's a dad, there's a friend. There's somebody out there that you are important to. And if you're not here, that pain that you don't no longer carry, you're now passing on to somebody else.
yeah, like you ever seen that episode where like, well, first of all, let me say this: have you ever like went to sleep, right, and then you woke up the next
Yes,
morning?
I have gone to sleep.
right, but you woke up next morning with no dreams.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes.
nothing,
Those
right?
suck, man.
Right? You're like, what happened, right? It's like, well, throughout that moment, right, you woke up, you're like, oh, I woke up, right?
Right.
That's existence, life, right?
Yeah.
But throughout that moment where you did not dream nothing, there was nothing. Like there was no pain, there was no anger, there was no sadness, right? That's exactly what like death is like. It's like zero. Like you just didn't know. You don't know. Kind of like The Sopranos. We're bringing it back to Sopranos. you don't
check
know
out the
it.
Sopranos
You don't know it
episode.
happened. It just happened. Like it's just darkness, right?
Right.
Like but there's no waking up, right? To me, that's scary, right? Because I'm gonna bring this now to Butters from South Park, right? It's like the fact that I had pain, the fact that I was like, damn, I was at my saddest, right? It's like, and the fact I'm not in some positions, like I'm not in some industrial side of the world where like there's no hope,
Right.
right? Like
It could always be worse.
It could always be worse.
Yeah.
but that's worth living, you know?
Yeah.
But that's the whole idea of like suffering reminds me I'm human.
Yeah, it reminds me that I'm alive.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it's not so much the thought of death. It's more like, you know, you got to live your life to whatever life it is.
Yeah, man, you got to live it to the fullest because again, dark days aren't forever. You know,
Amen.
the rain can never stay forever.
Amen.
The sunshine always does come out. Again, it may take a little longer. Some seasons last longer than others. You know, some winters are much longer than others. But it doesn't mean that there is not any there will never be happiness in your life again. And trust you, we'll find someone, something, or an event that will take place in your life to be like, oh shit, this is what it's like to be happy again. You know, like there are literally, I saw this comedian give a story where he was talking about, you know, a woman's like, you're my favorite comedian because there was a point where I was going through depression. I was waiting for my family to go to sleep so I could hang myself. And I went on to YouTube or TikTok and I saw your reels and I laughed. And it was because of that moment that she didn't actually kill herself. And I was like, wow. He's like, so we're just think we're out here making jokes and making people laugh. But in our reality, sometimes people really, really need that.
You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's tough out there, bro.
For what it's worth, I mean, the blackout is over, technically.
Yeah.
February 14 just passed.
Guys, if you made it to this episode, you made it past the blackout. Congratulations. The year is coming up. Summer, hot boy summer's coming up.
The sunny days are coming. And,
Sunny days.
you can always set up for the next one, you know. You can always set up for the next one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. And if you like, you need somebody to talk to, bro, and like really like is the loss going through your head? Don't mind calling 988. It's a suicide and lifeline. You know, your texts are paying for this for a reason.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah.
And you know what?
You can always text it or call it.
Suicidal thoughts only last a span of 15 to 20 minutes. If you can get past that 15 to 20 minute point, you guys can make it through. I promise you, again, your pain is not permanent. Neither is your suffering. Guys, push through. I promise you, there
Amen.
are better days.
Amen.
Yeah. And then go watch 13 Reasons Why. I'm so sorry. That's dark.
Whoa!
Is that dark?
Is that what they call? Is that the name of the Bob Marley movie?
No, bro. Nah, after that, go watch Bob Marley's One Love, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you.
And if anything, always remember your life cannot be as bad as Madam Web movie.
Oh, bro, I heard the reviews are rough on it already.
No, you know what? I got hope because they said that shit about the Marbles, and I watched the Marbles. It was a lot better movie than
You know what? Yeah, just the bad reviews, right?
Yeah.
The negative hate on it. And a lot of
Yeah.
people were like, bro, I can't believe I didn't watch this movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then
Yeah.
a lot of people said The Flash was great. Well, I like a lot of the concepts in The Flash.
Bro, I
as a
fucking
movie.
loved it.
Because he only saw it to Michael Keaton, guys. Let's pause
It
there.
was a
okay?
fan
that's true.
service. It was a fan service.
Fan service. If it wasn't Michael Keaton not being in that movie,
Michael fucking Keaton.
not
If it
being in that
wasn't-
movie,
yeah, that's it.
That's
That's
it.
it.
It's not a good movie. I'm sorry.
Okay.
If you hadn't watched 1989 Batman, is The Flash a good movie?
No, you have no idea because that has no significance to you, bro. He's right. Like the kids nowadays, Gen Zers have no relevance. They're like, what's this fucking old guy playing Batman? Where is?
So it was surprising that in social media, still like the Flash, even though not a lot of people.
Correct.
Fuck with that.
But I digress.
That'll be next week's topic.
Yeah.
There you go.
Promise.
Was Batman really that good of a movie? Yes, it fucking was. We're going to take it back to the next time, though. But which Batman are we referring to? Find out, guys. Tune in next time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to the WBM Podcast, a.k.a. Woody Banter Media. This is one of your co-hosts. It's your boy, Merc. Please make sure you guys are following us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, all at WBM_podcast.
I like how we feel like 10 topics in the last 2 minutes. And make sure you're already following us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts, yes,
all
sir.
That jazz.
And as always, this is your boy Oski in the mix. As always, check out the website, WBMpodcast.com. And email us at theboys@WBMpodcast.com. And we are always taking in new topics. You can always just reach out to us on social media. Instagram is our thing.
That's right, ladies and
You see
gentlemen.
what Merc's mom's taking.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. One love, ladies and gentlemen. Be out there. Stay up. Bo, 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 bo.